What's up? This is Ekaraj from Back to Godhead, and you're listening to the Coffee and Hardcore podcast. These guys know a ton about hardcore, especially the Hardcore Encyclopedia. But like me, they don't know jack shit about coffee. Except that Jacob guy. He knows his stuff. Alright guys, you've been warned. Peace.
Okay, we have a special episode for you. I think we're calling this the super secret special episode. So this is going to be Coffee and Hardcore season 5 episode 4.5. This is going to be a fun little just a little episode we do for March, because March has 31 days and my birthday is March 31st. So hells to the yeah.
Happy birthday. March weather.
March weather. So let's get into it. We're gonna do this is just a fun little episode because we didn't get Jacob on the one coming up next because that was my fault. Time differences. I kind of F Jacob. Yep, sorry. And then we haven't had Steven on in a little while, so we're gonna do a new segment with Steven. We're gonna do some coffee talk with Jacob. And, let's get into it. So before, this will be our intro kind of part. You guys have any new interesting things that have happened to you this week?
I didn't get locked out.
Oh, yes, that happened to me today. So I guess I could tell that story real quick.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So right before we were supposed to do this episode, like minutes before.
Right.
My wife texts me and says, storm's coming through. You should go check it out. So I'm like, okay, cool. And so I go out, check out the storm. I'm like, all right, cool. Luck, I had my phone on me and I go so I could tell you guys at least what was happening. So I go to open up the door to my work and it's locked. And I'm like, oh, fun. So just to set up the picture of my work, you walk into like this warehouse and then our building is sort of built inside this other building that has like 4 other businesses. And I'm the only one here right now. No one else is here. The roofing company that used to be here moved out. And so usually if I lock my stuff out, I grab their ladder and crawl like through the ceiling because there's a space, drywall in the ceiling because there was these big, huge rail cars on the ceiling back in the day. And so when you did the drywall, you had to make spaces. So basically I had to go through the storage place and find things to climb up this wall. Mm-hmm. So I found this big metal push cart and I found a hose. And so I took the hose and threw it up over into that space. It took me like 15 times. And then I tied the hose to the cart and I climbed the hose and I climbed over to the other side. But the crazy thing is I forgot how much strength, like core strength it takes to do that, like climb a rope in gym class. And I'm lucky I'm not like a big dude because it took me like 2 times. The first time I was like, I got this. And I got like halfway up and I was like, oh God, my core is burning.
You're going to feel that tomorrow.
Use those dad muscles.
I know. Yeah. So the second time I'm like, okay, I got this. I gotta do this podcast. So I grab it, climb up it. And so here we are.
That's awesome.
There you have it, folks. That's the dedication for this podcast.
That's right.
So anything happened this week to you, Steven?
Not a ton. Same old thing. Work's been crazy. There was a full moon this week, so you know how that goes. Yes. Public's a little tapped, but normal pushing through it. I got a new gig, so trying to get that moving pretty quick. Yeah, it's been interesting. So I'm actually in Providence, Rhode Island now. So it's a city influence.
Moved?
No, just my my work location.
Oh, so you're commuting?
Commuting. It's a lot different commute.
It's longer, right?
It is. So I have more time in the car. Which
more time to listen to podcasts.
That's right, podcasts and music. So I don't mind that. That's definitely pretty cool stuff. So.
Jacob, how about you?
Well, coffee season's kicking off.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of orders before the weekend, a lot more than I would have expected.
I saw that on social media. There's tons.
Right. Yeah, you shared a picture.
Just one of the orders was 34 5-pound bags.
Wow.
That was just for one account and only part of one store. So yeah, I spent pretty much all of Saturday and Sunday in the roasting room, just nonstop banging it out.
That's crazy, man. You're a busy bee.
Yeah. Hey, I got to get people their coffee. People need to get up in the morning.
It's good. Oak and Crow's growing. I love to hear that.
Or
Except
people
for,
like you have to drink coffee all night.
yeah.
Keeps
All
us
right.
going.
Well, let's jump into there. Unfortunately, Mick can't be with us. He's going to see his old band Zayo perform tonight with his wife. So that's pretty darn cool.
Yes, it is.
Come on, guys, snap it up, wake it up a little bit.
Whoa.
I just climbed a hose over a wall, so I'm pumped. My blood's flowing. Y'all
You
look
obviously
dust-
don't get
y'all
up
look
at
dusty.
5. Is that the Zao show in church?
6?
Is that I saw something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I
Right?
usually go to bed around 2 a.m. and then usually get up around like 6. Yeah, I think it's at a church. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. 2 to 6.
Yeah, sometimes 2:30 because sometimes I don't get out of work till 2. But normally I've been going to bed around 2 and waking up around 6:30. Whenever boy wakes up. But my wife is very nice. By the way, she lets me sleep because he usually wakes up at like 4:35, sometimes 3. So she lets me sleep for a few more hours because I'd probably rip my skin off.
Right when you fall asleep.
Yeah. So she's a saint. Thank you, Libby.
You can just get like a dog crate, put him in the dog crate, and then put him in the car.
Putting you in a dog crate.
You can't do that.
Says the guy without kids.
Right. Too many cats.
Yeah.
Way
All right.
too many.
Let's do coffee talk with Jacob first.
Coffee.
Tell us about your coffee that you're going to review. Tell us about what's going on with Oak and Crow. I want to hear all about coffee.
All right. Well, let's start off with the coffee that I reviewed. So I want to do something a little different. I've been hearing about this coffee for years. A lot of us know the backstory, depending on what podcast we listen to. But I decided to get something from America's Coffee, Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Yeah.
I just needed to know if it lived up to the hype because it seems like a lot of their fan base may not be coffee fans. So I wanted to see if everything I've heard about them, kind of translates. So I guess this guy, I can't remember the owner's name, but he's military.
Fred Durst.
No. While he was deployed.
Jonathan Davis.
Unless I'm getting the story wrong, he would bring a little roaster out in Afghanistan or wherever he was deployed and would roast coffee. That may be wrong. It may have just been that he was brewing coffee for people. Like he'd have his little pour over kit and stuff like that, like out in the back of his Humvee. And he was a real coffee nerd, got back, decided to get involved and open a coffee company. So I wanted to check it out. And I got the Scapegoat blend. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Can I see the bag? Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's some interesting artwork. So I got this because it was a medium roast, and I'm not much of a dark roast guy. So
that's what's up.
Medium roast. There's not a lot of information about the coffee on the bag. For a flavor description, it says your taste buds are being held hostage by dangerously bad coffee. Now only the world's deadliest goat can save you from flavor prison. So
that's amazing.
That doesn't tell you a lot. It doesn't say what the origin of the coffee is. No idea if it's a blend, if it's a single origin. It just says it's a medium roast. There's lots of other things written about, where their money goes and that it's a veteran-owned company.
Where's their money go?
It says a portion of our profits go to veteran, law enforcement, fire, and first aid responder causes.
Veteran, that's what's up.
And,
awesome.
It has,
I like that.
It gives you links and it has all their social media links and, whatever. So it's not bad. I wish I knew more about it. So I brewed it up this morning. Did it on a Chemex or in a Chemex like I normally do. 45 grams coffee to 750 grams water. And it's a medium roast. It's a little on the, I don't know how to describe it, on the roasty side. Like it's a little overdeveloped in the roasting process. It's almost like they found the end temperature they wanted, but they sort of kind of kept it at that temperature and just let it ride a little bit. And it just, I don't know, it takes away from the characteristics a little bit. But I didn't get a lot of interesting, a little bit of cocoa. I didn't get any kind of fruity notes, like any acidity to balance it out. It it had some sweetness to it, but it wasn't anything spectacular. I'm gonna drink it again tomorrow. And just give it a few more shots. Overall, it wasn't a bad coffee. I'd drink it again. I might even buy some more from them.
Is that your official review? I'd drink it again.
Yeah, I'd drink it again. Well, no,
I
mean,
what's the price range?
There are some coffees that
it's like
17,
15 to 17.
Yeah, it's like, right? It was like 17 plus shipping. Like $7 shipping or whatever. But I don't know.
I actually looked into buying some. I might get some soon.
You should check it out. I recommend everybody buy it at least once. Just give it a shot. And
give it a shot.
Yeah.
So let's break it down, listeners. Jacob's official review. I drink it again. Everyone should drink it once. Give it a shot.
Hey, last time there was a coffee on here that I would never drink again. And
I know.
I got a verbal ass whooping for what I said about that one.
You're like the Gordon Ramsay of the coffees.
You want me to drop F-bombs?
I mean, you're allowed to.
You didn't.
It's not a children's podcast. It's not cartoon character podcast. What's going on?
No poo-poo on the coffee.
Oh.
Isn't that what?
Poo-poo on the coffee.
That's what he said, right? I can't remember.
I just think he's brutal sometimes.
Sometimes you have to be brutal.
All right. So what's going on with you? What's going on with Oak and Crow? You got any new ventures you can talk about?
Nothing really. Like I said, coffee season's picking up, so getting a little busier. The tea is picking up again, which is
the tea, and you got ringworm.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. So, I've been talking to James,
official,
aka Human Furnace from Ringworm, and we released 2 coffees for him. A dark roast and a medium roast, and then also a chamomile tea, because being a vocalist, and if you've ever heard him sing, he really goes at his throat. Yeah. And so yeah, we got him a line of tea, chamomile tea. And it's starting off on a good foot, and we still have a couple of custom Ringworm tea infusers left.
Nice.
So the next couple orders that order the tea get a free infuser with it. Yeah, I'm pretty
question.
stoked.
Are you allowed to talk about that sort of like Americana folky one yet?
No, because I haven't asked him.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought you wanted them on the podcast.
Oh, I do, but I wanted to get a yes from you guys, and then I would I'd see if I could coerce him.
No. I mean, don't they have a coffee coming up?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Let's just say it's taking a while to finish up the artwork.
Okay. So we won't talk about it yet.
No diss
That's
to Brian.
fair.
I love you, Brian. But come on, give me the rest of those numbers.
You heard it here on the 4.5 episode. The special secret episode.
Secret squirrel.
Cool. Well, we ready for Steven's super sexy six picks?
My sexy 6.
Let's do it.
All right,
Hardcore Encyclopedia gives us 6 sexy picks.
That's right. 6 sexy picks. So these are all brand new from January, February. I'm just gonna do a quick review of each, and we'll drop a little bit of a sample.
Yeah.
And you can check it out. So the first one I went with is Slope. The Freaking Dreams was released in the beginning of February, and it's hardcore and punk influenced. Definitely like super funky, groovy. It's got like this Chili Peppers, Beastie Boys, like Rage Against the Machine. Like it's just got like all these different sounds that come together.
You lost me at Chili Peppers, but go ahead.
I mean, like early Chili Peppers though, not like the commercial.
You still
stuff
lost me, but go ahead.
So yeah, it's really good. It's like a musical journey. It's all funk. From Germany. They've been a band for quite some time, but this is definitely their biggest release. The song that I'm gonna drop is Tickin'. It's Tickin'. So let's hear that right meow. Tickin'! That was for you, Jacob.
Got some Bootsy on bass.
Oh yeah, it's like super
funk,
super funky, bassy. Party. I don't know.
You got to fight for your right to Bootsy Collins.
Every song's different. It's definitely something that grows on you. But check it out. It's great stuff.
When you say old Chili Peppers, I don't know a lot of their catalog, but I did live in Northern California for a while in the 80s and 90s and heard a lot of Chili Peppers. But it makes me think, like you're talking old, like that song Black Eyed Blonde.
Yeah, old. This song, like vocalist, like he definitely has that there where he kind of like spits through it. And it's just super funky. I don't know. It's good. And it has that like a turnstile type of hardcore sense to it, where it's like alternative rock too. It's just a mix of like everything really. So it could fall into any genre, but it's good stuff.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. So now we go to number 2.
Let's do it.
This band is from San Jose, and it's Complex, and they released Heaven's Free.
They have a bad hockey team.
Yeah, they do. February 16th. This one is full of breakdowns. Literally, like it's got terror musically. Vocals of Bury Your Dead. That's who the guy reminds me of.
Nice.
But I just feel like I want to drop hammers the whole time it's playing. Very rhythmic. Bassist is sick. Catchy riffs. It's old school hardcore.
Can you show us some dropping hammers real quick?
Love it. Steven's dropping hammers, listeners. He's picking them up and throwing them down.
So yeah, just catchy riffs. This thing's great. I love all the tracks. I went with Stress Response, and I think we're gonna put it right here.
Mind blown.
Yeah, I definitely get that Terra influence big time. These guys would be fun to see live.
Love it.
Yeah,
With Terror.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
At this point, I feel like if you're a hardcore band, you have to have Terror as an influence because
it's.
I don't know about you, but when I think of hardcore, like if somebody was like, "What does hardcore sound like?" I'd be
Terror.
like, Terror.
Right.
I mean, Scott is the embodiment of hardcore. No offense to you, Steven.
No.
Why would he be offended?
You know, Mr. Encyclopedia of Hardcore, but Scott Vogel, I don't know, that dude embodies hardcore.
Yeah, he is like a living legend. He's cool. He's probably one of the coolest guests that we get to talk to.
Yeah, that was a fun listen.
Yeah, definitely.
Got to rag him about his hockey team.
Right.
That was awesome. Let's go with pick number 3.
Number 3. So this one is Cleansing, also known as X Cleansing X.
Love it.
Yes, they are Finland straight edge metal. This is definitely the heaviest thing that I picked. Spotify is going to make me sound really, really stupid because they released it on a 3-song single, according to Spotify. So I don't know. It's straight fire. It's very heavy, very deep vocals, a little bit of metalcore in there. It's just it's a masterpiece. It's really good. It's 3 songs. I think they're going to be having more soon.
Yeah. So is it going to be more? Is it like, so sometimes when you do that
I feel
single
like
thing, you like add to tracks. Yeah.
Right. I feel like they're amping something up. So,
okay.
It'd be good to see them come up with a little more. And then Spotify wouldn't make us look so dumb, and they could have an EP. So yeah, the song I went with is
so it's 3 is like 3.
It's 3 songs,
to 3,
but it's a single. It's a
gotcha.
single.
That's weird. Maybe it's because
Right?
like back in the day, sometimes singles had like they would release like the single, then the instrumental version, and then like the remix version or some shit like that, you know?
Oh, please tell me you're talking about singles.
The singles. No, I'm just saying maybe that's why 3 is that way. I don't know. Never mind. Forget it.
It's a 3P.
I think Spotify is just fucking with
3P. Yeah, a full length is like 7 or more, right? On Spotify?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
It changes every week, I think. But
does it? Okay.
So the song I went with was Under the Ashes of the Tyranny.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, let's play that now.
Driven by mass creation of a purple lunacy, all crimes that are committed, rolling down to society, polluted minds of propaganda, fake news and the TV screens, slaughtering, and freedom of speech, what goes on over the coast, the greed of the
Thistle.
The artwork's pretty cool too. And I think that might be the first thing from Finland that I shared on here.
Nice. I like that.
Definitely.
Is there a heavy Finnish hardcore scene? I know that like they've had a lot of great punk bands over the years and like black metal, but I don't know that I've heard much hardcore from Finland.
I bet if you go into these guys and follow their Instagram, you could probably pick some out. It looks like they're pretty active in the scene, so I have to be interested. I have to see if there's like a flyer or something, maybe some more, kind of follow the rabbit hole, you know. But
what you got for number 4?
Number 4 is from this little place called Michigan.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Band is like big deal.
Nice.
They're a Michigan thrashcore band.
Michigan's one of the best places on earth. Boom.
Yes, I actually have in my notes. It's Wiley land.
Yes, that's right.
This came out February 23rd, so it's really new. It's relentless. It's raw. I absolutely love the sound of the band. It's in your face. And the track I went with was Living Proof. And that track also happens to have a member of Bitter Truth featured on it. His name is Manasseh.
Okay. Yeah, that's the singer.
Yeah. Yep. So he's featured on it. So I picked that one because I like
So
this track.
he's a guest vocal on it.
Yeah, guest vocal.
Cool.
It's super trash, like thrashy, and very raw. But I dig it. It's really new. So I've listened to it a few times, and the more I listen to it, the more I can't get enough of it. So let's spin it to win it and throw it down right here.
And nothing beats Michigan hardcore.
Right. Yeah, no, they had a couple other guest vocals on that EP. So yeah, it's good stuff. I think
guest vocals are fun. I dig guest vocals.
Yeah, they
How were the shows in Michigan? Have either of you guys been to any shows?
I mean, I grew up in Michigan. I've played many of shows in Michigan.
He's been to.
I ran venues in Michigan.
All right. I'm talking about now.
Oh, I don't know. I've lived in Chicago for 10 years, so I don't know.
Yeah, still good.
Yeah,
we
I don't
played
think
a
I've
show
ever
in
been to or played in Michigan.
We played a few shows in Michigan with 2 Minute Minor before COVID, and Michigan has a really solid punk and hardcore and metal scene. Really solid metal scene. It very welcoming to it's weird. So this is Michigan for you, more like the college towns like Kalamazoo and like parts of Detroit and Lansing. Would be like, so this is what's big. Well, at least back, I guess this was 10 years ago, so excuse me, but like the electronic scene, huge. The stoner jam band scene, huge. And then the punk hardcore metal scene, huge.
All right.
Especially metal.
There's probably not a lot of crowd killing in the jam band scene, no?
No, I think Bitter Truth is from Michigan too, right?
Yeah, they're from Grand Rapids. So I did sound at 2 different venues in Michigan, and I love doing like the rock nights, the punk, hardcore, metal, whatever. Loved it. Was really good at that, or decent at that, I guess. But then they started having me do. They used to have a guy that did like the house shows and the DJ sets and the jam bands, and he ended up quitting. So they asked me to do it. Oh my God. I was such a pain in the dick. Like they hated me because they would always like try to blow our bass out and like redline us. And I'm redline us. And I always had to be like, yeah. I always had to be like, turn your gain down, turn it down. I'll deal with it on my end. We'll make you sound good. And they're like, okay. And then they just crank their gain and it's just whatever, man. I hate DJs who suck. Just kidding? Question mark.
All right. Number 5.
So real quick. So they said they actually came up to me and they were like, hey, we really want you to keep doing the metal shows and the punk shows and all the other shows, but I think you got to stop doing the DJ sets. They're all complaining about you. And I was like, oh, good. Awesome.
Right. You're like, win-win.
Win-win. All right. We on number 5?
Number 5.
Number 5.
So this was released January 2nd. It's Heat Seeker, Illusion of Will. It's Warsaw hardcore from Poland.
Dang.
Probably one of my favorite releases so far this year. This EP is fast, catchy, super old school, like Youth Crewy.
Whoa.
I don't know. It could definitely like live up in the northeast of Boston area for sure. They're like I think they're great legends of the area. They've been around for a while. The song I picked was Echo Chamber because I just love the way it sounds. This is just it's great. It's definitely one of my favorites. So if you haven't heard this, definitely go listen to the whole EP. It's
How many
it's
tracks
quick.
is it?
I think it was like 5 or 6, probably a good solid 10, 11 minutes, but yeah, it's great.
So it's a single on Spotify. I'm just kidding.
It's a 3-track single.
It's a 5-track single.
Right. But yeah, let's drop Echo Chamber and let's get into it right here.
It's just a fucking echo chamber. So all the time, it's so all the time. The spirit of echo chamber. So all the time, it's so all the time. What is real, it doesn't matter. I know what you know. I know what you know. I know what you don't know. The rest you don't know. It's just echo chamber. Echo chamber. Echo chamber.
Wazing! Wow. So I have to go listen to the rest of this. I think you're gonna send this to me, right?
Yep. Definitely.
Okay. Because this one, I have to listen to this whole EP.
I like that one so much. I ordered a shirt from Poland.
Oh, that's amazing. How much you shipping on that bad boy? More than the shirt?
It was, I think it was like $12. It wasn't horrible, but
Hey, who was that cat that you just picked up there, Jacob?
That was Lucy.
Oh, Lucy is so beautiful.
Yeah, she's exploring the room right now. Right now, she's on the bookshelf, and in a second, she's gonna be on top of something else. She's like a little squirrel. She's just all over the place.
have you seen that video? That video that's going online right now with the guy that's cleaning the cat box for his friend while he's on vacation. So it's a video. It's like just went kind of like crazy on the internet. This guy's cleaning the cat box for someone that went away, and literally he like takes the cover off, and next thing you know, there's 2 cats like right next to him, and they start attacking him.
They're attacking the guy.
Yeah. So he like tries one like grabs his ass, and then he moves out of the way, and then he's like across the room, and you can see the other cat coming. And the next thing you know, the thing just like launches itself like all over the guy. He's falling on the ground. It's a riot. Like
You're gonna send that to me too, right?
Oh yeah, I definitely will. The thing's a riot. So yeah, that's what you get for being nice. But
you heard it here, folks. That's what you get for being nice. So don't be. Let's
right,
do that number 6 sexy pick.
I'm gonna end it with my sixth pick. This is Corrective Measure. They are from Maine. Yes, good things come from Maine.
That's right.
So this was actually just released as well in February. Wiley would let this stuff. This is old school Boston vibes. This is definitely has that youth crew vocals. It's a solid 9 minutes and 10 seconds that you definitely want to spend your time listening to something.
Was it 14 tracks?
It's like 9. But
oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super fast. I don't know. All I can think is like back in the day in my youth, getting a boot in the face listening to this thing because it's got that old punky hardcore Boston thing going on.
Steven straps on a boot, kicks you in the face.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I don't know.
I could see you kicking some people in the face listening to some of this hardcore stuff.
Yeah, this stuff's great. They've been around for a while too. Their last release I really dug. And honestly, I didn't even know this one was coming, and I caught it online. I was like, "Whoa!"
Oh, that's a surprise, yeah.
Like they just released something. The bass, I love the bass, and those youth crew vocals they got me every time. But I would definitely recommend listening to the whole thing straight through, no skips. And I think I don't know which one I want to go with. Which one I want to go with?
Number 4. Do number 4.
Let's do. I'm gonna do Control Confined.
All right.
Control
Let's
Confine.
all
We'll drop that and give you a taste of it.
let's all strap on our boots and kick each other while we listen to this.
Yeah, taste it.
Yeah. All right.
That's right.
That was boot kicking greatness.
Lobster core.
I strapped
What?
my boots on. Lobster core, he said, because it's Maine.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if it was some kind of weird style. Like, remember that whole crab core thing that was going on?
Yeah. I like to. Should I say it? I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Is that why you said it though?
yeah.
Okay.
Crab core was like some like crazy shit though. Like
That was like,
that was
did it start with like attack or something like that?
Yeah, or asking Alexander, something like that. I don't know. It was.
Whoa.
It wasn't.
Asking Alexander why? Why was it said on here?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they
It
just put out
wasn't
a new
hardcore.
album and oof.
Right.
It's that good, huh?
Oh yeah, great.
As good as
I'm
their
gonna
first
turn
one.
all my guitar, like tune them down to drop B now. And anyway, sorry, I'm not gonna be mean.
Crab core.
And drink some Black Rifle coffee.
I think it was attack though. I think same era though, right?
Yeah.
Didn't that all start at the same time? Craziness. Well, that was my sexy six. So
Yeah. I
That's
liked
right.
it. I liked it. So this is where our outro would go. I don't have anything planned, but this is our secret episode, so people can either
Crap,
listen
we
or
should-
not listen. This is just for fun.
We should talk about being locked out in the outro because you're not locked out. No, that doesn't make sense.
It's all good. We can talk about whatever you want.
Would it be better to be locked out or locked in? That's the question.
Oh
In
no, that would make it a sweatshop. I think.
well,
Sorry,
you
Darren.
mean you couldn't go home at all?
Guess it depends on where you're locked in, right?
I guess I'd rather be locked out if I can't go home.
Right?
Doesn't sound like fun. Why are you putting these thoughts in my head?
What if you're locked in right now?
I'm scared. I'm so scared.
What do you have going on in printing land? You're not
Me
still
without
printing-
you.
you're
No,
not still-
we don't have you without you right now. Right now, I'm doing something for a church.
Yeah.
I'm doing something for the straight edge guy is doing something for Buds on Bud Street or something like that. It's like a weed shop. It's called Hop on the Bud Train. And then we're doing a college, a big huge college job right now. So we do InterVarsity and we do all these other things too. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
I
So
like it.
just fun stuff. If those companies are listening, love you all.
They probably are, I'm sure.
They all do. Just like all the Detroit Lions listen to our podcast.
Right. Yeah. The Bruins, if the Bruins are listening, can you like win a game?
Can you not go into overtime and lose
Right?
for the 9th time in a row?
So I gotta ask you guys something hardcore
Yes,
related.
please. Yes, please.
Is power violence still a thing? You know,
Yeah.
like spaz and stuff like that old school 90s, like Man is the Bastard and
There's stuff. I think there's stuff
Capitalist
out there.
Casualties, stuff like that.
I never really personally got into that. I mean, I like Melt Banana and the Locusts and stuff, but like other than that, I didn't really get into that kind of music.
Mm.
So you shouldn't ask me. I don't know. I don't listen to
Oh
that.
no. I just
You're-
got ghost pepper in my eye.
Yes, best outro ever.
Right.
Jacob goes to the hospital.
I can't believe that cat just did that to you.
I heard if you pour beer in it, it's not breaking
Yeah.
edge.
Right.
No, that's my own fault for eating gluten. I decided to give in and
I heard.
have some pizza, and I know I'm going to feel terrible. I'm already feeling my joints swelling a little bit.
So hold up, back up. What's going on with the gluten thing? You got gluten allergies?
No, I just tried not really eating it for a while, and the more I cut out, the better I felt. And I eat gluten maybe once a week, if that. Sometimes every other week, and I've been feeling great. But I haven't had pizza in a while, and
because it's the best food in the world.
It is. So it was like a pizza with some Violife mozzarella on it. Oh, and it was a buffalo chicken pizza with Violife mozzarella.
Was it worth it though?
As far as getting peppers in the eye, no. But I also, I couldn't find the regular pepper flakes, so I have these ghost pepper flakes. Sprinkled that on. And apparently I had a flake or two on one of my fingers and I just touched my eye. That's what I get.
Oof. That's brutal.
But yep, so that's my gluten for like the next 2 weeks because I know it's going to be terrible tomorrow.
Let me ask you this before we get out of here. Steven, did you get into Norma Jean?
Yes.
Did you like Bless the Martyr, Kiss the Child?
Yes.
Did you like their second record, Oh God, the Aftermath?
Yep.
After Josh left?
Yep.
Do you remember back when in between Bless the Martyr, Kiss the Child and Oh God, the Aftermath, when they were on tour, they came out with these shirts. That was the two guys with the old school top hats and the guns facing, they're like back to back, like they're going to duel, but their legs are tree branches.
Sounds familiar, but not 100%.
Do you ever wear that gold Bruins hoodie I sent you?
Yes.
Where is this going?
Do you like gold?
Yes, I do.
You like gold hoodies?
Yes.
And you like Norma Jean?
Yes.
I'm sending you something.
All right, cool.
Yeah, baby.
I wonder what that is.
I like it.
I have a dumb question for you guys.
Go for it.
Yes.
Norma Jean, were they the band that was Ludacris before the
Correct.
rapper Ludacris? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I think I know I've told that story before on here, but so Brian Gray and I, this was like 2001 or two. When did they change their name? 2001, maybe. He's like, hey, you want to go to this Ludacris show? I'm supposed to be helping the guy. He's either helping with merch or something. And he shows up, and of course he has to help with sound because everywhere he goes, he has to help with sound.
Right.
But there were a ton of people lined up to see the show that clearly weren't there to see, emo hardcore. And
oh man,
the guy at the door was like, yo, Brian, can you because Brian's a people person and he's kind of silly, and it's like, Brian, could you go tell them that this is the wrong Ludacris? And he's like, hey, Glenn or Wiley, whatever, come help me do this. I'm like, okay. So I just basically watched him do it, but he was like, sorry, wrong Ludacris show. They spell their name different. This is Ludacris. And sorry, wrong show. Anyone who's already in there, like, get your money back. If your friends are in there, have them get their money back. But like, his job was to go tell like a line of hip hop folks like that's the wrong show.
Sucks.
So shortly after that, they changed their name, even though they had it first and it spelled different.
Right.
Ludacris blew up.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, everyone knows that. So I think Norma Jean's a great name.
I guess that's why everybody hates Chris.
There you go. The TV show?
It's actually a Ludacris song.
Oh, and it became a TV show later? Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't listen to Ludacris. That Ludacris, I don't listen
No,
to.
I went through a period of time where I was trading hard drives with people, and this one guy, this guy,
Let's
with
keep that to ourselves.
long dreadlocks, and kind of a hippie guy. We'd trade hard drives, and his was all like Lamb of God and stuff like that, but it had every single Ludacris album on it. It also had the Screwdriver discography, and I had to like confront him. I'm like, dude,
Interesting.
what is this all about? And he scrolls through it. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, I've been trading hard drives with people for a while, and this just ended up on mine. I was like, I got my eye on you, buddy.
I got my eye on you, buddy. All right, let's quit boring people. Let's have Mick put in that skull crack outro. Let's do it. I was good chatting with you guys. Love you, fellas. Always good seeing you.
Don't get locked in.
Let's go watch the Red Wings beat the Capitals, hopefully. Okay. On that note, skull crack.
Nice.
For your mouth. Ears for your ears. All right, that's it. Do we end this, or is that how we do this? Hey, Mick! Oh, Mick is watching.
You're not there, but hit stop. Bye, Mick.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
What about his three-legged cat? Can't it just step on the stop button? Doesn't he have a three-legged cat?
Yes. He's not listening to it.
Hasta la vista, baby.